Hey guys, this is Primeval. Sorry I'm not totally organized with this whole stream business, and this announcement video would probably be better made as an offline kind of thing, but I do want to get used to how this whole streaming business works, and it's the new thing, so I'm pretty excited about it. Anyways, what I'm really excited about right now is my channel just broke 4,000 subscribers. We've got 4,001 subscribers right now, so that's totally awesome. I started this channel about a year and a half ago, and that's because, well, I recently got into watching and enjoying Let's Plays myself. And at the time, there was a major lull in the number of people doing Civ 5 streams, especially multiplayer streams. So I thought, I had just played a couple really epic multiplayer games, and I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great if I could share some of these games with everyone else? So I started making content that I thought I would enjoy, and I'm glad that all of you have enjoyed it as well and have come along for this ride. Alright, so thank you for subscribing. And now on to announcements. I'm going to be doing a live stream this Sunday. It's not going to be a Civ live stream. I'm going to go and play some other games just for some variety. I haven't decided what I'm going to play. I could play some FTL or some Banished, which I demonstrated on my live stream test last week. Or I could also play Pandora First Contact, which is this game that's heavily inspired by Alpha Centauri. It was released at the end of last year in late November, and it's a 4X strategy game, and so I had some fun playing with that. The save that I had going was killed by a patch. The game is by a smaller developer, so it's not as polished as, say, Civ Beyond Earth is, or we anticipate it being, but it should definitely get us in the mood for that, so we could also give that a go. But I know that my channel is Primeval Civ. I've played a lot of Civ. Civ is far and away my favorite game. So starting Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I'll be doing a Deity single player live stream, and I'll play for about an hour and a half. You guys can give me suggestions now as to what Civ or settings we should play, and anyone who shows up for the live stream is completely welcome to give suggestions and ask questions during the live stream. So that'll be the single player campaign, and I'll be playing that until that Let's Play series is done every Tuesday in that time slot. On Thursdays, I'll be playing a multiplayer game with you guys, the subscribers. Just send me an email and show up in my Steam group chat on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and we'll play a game. It'll be a multi-session game. Basically, we'll play for an hour and a half, and then we'll save the game and resume it again next Thursday at 7:30. So I think both of those live stream formats should be a lot of fun, and I hope that you show up to watch them live or enjoy them on the archive. And so, since I do have this stream going, and I did say I wanted to play some other games, we're going to be playing the batch of FTL that I started on the live stream test. But first I'm going to see if any of you guys happen to show up for my random unannounced stream. So how do I check this? Well, first off, let's switch us away from this browser and bring up the analytics. Alright, cool. So there are some of you here. We've got 5 viewers. That's pretty cool for a random unannounced stream, and just my what subscribers I have. If someone could say hello, that'd be nice. Anyways, let's go and play some FTL. So this is the game that we had left off last week when I was just testing out this whole live stream setup. And yeah, let's get to it. So basically, we're the Federation's last hope. We're the Kestrel. We have more hull strength than most other ships, but that's about all we have. We have to jump from planet to planet, encounter to encounter, trying to collect scrap and other improvements to our ship so that we can go and protect our Federation base from the rebel mothership. And meanwhile, the mothership and this whole fleet of rebel ships is chasing us, or at least we're trying to stay one step ahead of them to warn the rest of the Federation. Anyways, so the goal here is to go and upgrade. Oh, awesome! Thanks for saying hello, Jared Darkreef and Run Forrester Gump. Cool. Thanks for dropping by. So we're gonna try and upgrade our ship so we can beat the rebel mothership and defend the Federation. But first, we gotta make sure everyone's nice and healthy. So let's go and get all of our injured folks over to sickbay and get them healed up. My medbay is powered. I don't want the missiles online. Let's turn on that burst laser for once we encounter people. Send everyone back now that they're all healed up. Our hull has taken a bit of damage. If we can repair that at some point, definitely would be good. Oh yes, and when we left off the last live stream test, we had a very rough encounter, our first encounter in this new sector. So let's keep on exploring. We've got the rebel front coming up at us, but we're running along and trying to improve our kestrel. So we're greeted by a rare sight. A mantis ship appears not to have noticed us. We can either attack the ship or remain concealed. Let's attack the ship. We do need the scrap. So first, let's go and aim our burst laser at the shields so we're not stuck here forever. They do have some pretty strong shields. I do have 18 missiles saved up, so I may as well use some of those guys. Let's also go and launch some missiles at the shields as well. And we'll retarget our burst laser to the weapon so that we don't take quite as much damage here. Ooh, there go our internal sensors. We can go repair those. Oh, the mantis is not very good at repairing things, so he's going to take a little longer at that. Let's turn the missiles off so we don't waste quite as many. Although, they have repaired their shields. So retarget those to their shields. So one thing that I do like about FTL in this live stream situation is that there is some time sitting around waiting for our weapons to charge, and I can very casually glance over at how the stream is maintaining itself, since this is still a new setup for me. We are at 5 viewers. I hope you guys are enjoying this. So we just got a bunch of scrap. That's our goal here. I had a plan. I think I had a plan from the last live stream. Okay, so we've been hailed by a rebel ship. When the rebellion is complete, you'll see the safer world we provide. Well, you won't, but you get the point. They arm weapons. I guess that was kinda friendly. Okay, so they got a whole bunch of drones. They've got 2 defense drones and 1 drone attacking us here. Let's go to send our burst lasers to try to take down their shields. We are taking a lot of hull damage here, so this looks like it's going to be a tough fight for us, especially with our current weapon setup. Maybe once our engines charge, we'll jump out of here. Our FTL charge was delayed because they had destroyed our piloting there. Yeah, this is pretty hard. I'm not going to use any missiles because the 2 drones they have circling their cruiser will shoot down my missiles, so that'll be a big waste there. Let's not even bother with shooting the shields then. Let's try to take down their weapons just so we don't take as much damage while we're waiting to jump out of here. Yeah, overall this hasn't been the best encounter, but with my current weapons I don't think I'll be in good shape to win this encounter, so it's better just to... Although, we have taken down their drone parts and their weapons. Alright, let's stick around for a little longer then. Okay, damaging their shields. And as for you, you should probably go and heal up. Send this guy. We will not be accepting their surrender. Alright, so we took a lot of hull damage there, but we did get a little scrap, and we did teach that rebel scum that the Federation is not one of pushovers. Alright, so we've got more scrap. We can upgrade some more systems here. I do have enough that if I upgrade my weapons, I can power both the flat cannon and the burst lasers simultaneously. So let's try for that. We don't have enough scrap to buy anything useful from the store, so let's skip the store for now. Another rebel ship. Man, this sector is extremely heavy with rebel activity. A small rebel ship is docked at a small space station. You try to lay low, but it appears to spot you and powers up its weapons. Alright, so the flat cannon has this huge damage radius. It's not very accurate, but it does deal a lot of damage. And so this is the first time I'm firing two weapons that use renewable resources. So the burst laser just requires energy, and likewise the flat cannon, it doesn't use up any of my precious missiles. Alright, let's see how much damage we do with that flat cannon. Yeah, that was nice. Do we want to accept surrender? We would get a lot of missiles out of the deal, but I don't think I accept surrender from rebels. Other NPCs maybe, but not rebels. So, about FTL. It's an interesting game, but mostly because I haven't beaten it yet. But this might be the run where we actually beat the mothership and save the Federation. Right, a Mantis ship engaging a civilian hails you. Sparks fly out of his cockpit and he yells, "Stay out of this, human, else you are next." Well, with a threat like that, let's go help those civilians. And we've got our flat cannon and burst laser online. Others set up to auto fire. Now, I know that I've watched some FTL Let's Plays and I really enjoyed it, but on the other hand, this is pretty slow-paced, and I don't know how interesting this is to the four of you who are watching this live, but since you're still here, I assume this is pretty compelling. Are we going to make it to the end? How far can we progress with upgrading our ship? This sector has become increasingly dangerous for friends of the Federation. I think my crew can patch some of your hull damage, as thanks. And so they've repelled 5 hull points for us there, that's excellent. We do have some more scraps, let's go and visit the store. Well, let's go and do one more encounter first, then we'll swing by back to the store. You discover yet another unlicensed and uncharted Mantis colony. They certainly waste no time expanding their claims. A Mantis ship moves to intercept you before you can jump away. Well, they're not friendly, and they are a source of scrap. Okay, so they just shot an ion beam at our shields, which does disable some of them temporarily. but we had no problem taking them out with that last burst of flak. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 34 scrap there, which will be useful. If we can still jump over to the store, we can, and we still have a good route towards the exit to the next sector. So let's go visit the store, see if we can get some useful upgrades. I do want to get a good set of weapons, and maybe some new systems. Okay, so upon arriving at the beacon, you're hailed by a well-spoken mantis. Hail, traveler. These are dangerous times. Perhaps you find yourself in need of our services. He appears to be a trader. Okay, so we could go and spend 28 scrap to repair our hull. We can also buy a crew teleporter, which will let us board other enemy ships and fight their crew in hand-to-hand combat. A backup battery, this is something new in the Advanced Edition, provides a 3-second power boost to your reactor. I guess that provides us 2 temporary power bars. That's kind of cool. A clone bay automatically clones dead crew members, but it replaces our med bay. I don't know if I want to experiment with that just now. And there's a second page where we could buy a bunch of mantises. We could go and buy a crew teleporter, which would be 90. We wouldn't have enough to buy another mantis though. And the mantis, while they're bad at repairing things, they're really good at fighting. So if we had a few mantis, we could go and teleport them onto the enemy ships, and they could go and kill all the crew, and then we could salvage the ship for scrap. Okay, well, let's go repair the hull, and that leaves us with not enough to buy the crew teleporter, so maybe we'll buy it at the next station if there is one. Alright, let's jump away from the rebel fleet. Okay, fight with a mantis, but the sector is empty, so let's keep on running away. If we jump to this sector, the rebels will probably catch up to us, so let's jump down here, and depending on how close the rebels catch up to us, we can do one more encounter. Ooh, intruders aboard. Alright, so we've got some mantises here. Let's go vent the oxygen there, and we'll also want to go and power up the med bay. So if you vent the oxygen, reseal the doors, good. So obviously intruders, they need oxygen to breathe. If they don't have any oxygen, they just die. So that's the easiest way, if you can just vent the oxygen from the room, and that's the easiest way to deal with intruders. Alright, once we're healed up there, power down the med bay, get our flat cannon back online, and seal all the doors. I suppose we could upgrade our doors. It might be easier to restrain any intruders and hold back any fires from spreading throughout the ship, but I think I do want to save that to upgrade our weapons, maybe buy a new crew member. So I think we do have time to jump to one last sector before we go to the exit. You overhear Mantis comm chatter. The one on the right is starting to rot. Take him down. Take off his fingers. Put him out the airlock. They certainly don't seem to be friendly. Alright, let's go and attack that ship. Charging burst laser and a flat cannon. So anyone showing up for the stream now, if you are enjoying my FTL stream, totally stick around. I do have some announcements for future streams, Civ 5 and otherwise, as well as a celebration of reaching 4,000 subscribers. I believe you should be able to rewind the stream fairly easily with the YouTube setup. We've quite easily taken care of that Mantis Scout. Some more scrap there. And we jump. Alright, onto the exit then. You arrive at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. You arrive in a system, immediately discover a pirate ship. Strangely, scans indicate there are no life signs aboard. You salvage anything useful, but find no clue as to the whereabouts of the former crew. How mysterious, but their loss is apparently my gain. So, well, let's go and raid the engines, and that'll also help us charge our engines more quickly if we need to jump out of a encounter that looks a little against us as far as the odds being in our favor go. And it'll also let us perform better evasive actions so we get hit by fewer missiles and laser shots. Alright, so we can go to a slug-controlled nebula or an abandoned sector. Let's check out this other abandoned sector. I don't really like nebulas since oftentimes I'll lose visibility of the interior of my ship or lose power, but they are useful in that they do slow down the advancing rebel fleet. This sector has been largely abandoned since a series of battles decimated the local population. An unusual alien race is reportedly scavenging in the area. You'd best be on guard. Alright, jump to a distress call. You arrive at the beacon and immediately detect a pirate ship. It seems the distress beacon was a trap. Okay, so we've got intruders aboard. Go send in our mantis to fight that battle. Retarget our burst laser to their weapons. Black wasn't too effective there. It did take out their oxygen, which is nice, I suppose. Let's get over here. We'll power down our engines to power up the med bay. Ooh, some rough hull damage there. Okay. Can't believe how well equipped your ship is. Please take this and let us live. Some missiles, some scrap. No, well, we'll take them down. Although, thank you for the compliments on our ship here. We still need a lot of improvements, but we will do our best. I sent over an NG, a boarding party. The NG repair twice as fast as a human, or 50% faster, but they fight about half as well. So, not really the best choice then. To send over an NG to attack our ship. Alright, power our engines back up to full, and on to another star. Okay, this beacon appears to have been set up within an asteroid field to access a mining settlement. However, half of the settlement has been disassembled by a number of Lanius scavengers. Their military escort moves off to scare you. So, I think this is a new ship and a new race in the Advanced Edition, which is kind of cool. And we do, oh yeah, that's totally a new kind of, ooh, and is that mind control? Did they just confuse one of my own crew members into attacking my weapons? Well, this isn't great. Let's go and take out their shields then. Ooh, that's not good. No, my NG! Oh man. Oh, and the engine room. This is a disaster. This might be the end of us here. First of all, we want to stop that terrible mind control business. And we are also going to go and vent that. Repair our oxygen. Heal up here, close that door. Ooh, okay, this might be the end of the Kestrel, this run. Oh yeah, I think we're done here. I don't know how we're gonna recover, especially with us being mind controlled here. Ooh, well, that ends that playthrough. FTL, since I've never beaten it, I can confidently say that it's definitely a hard game, for me anyways. Alright, well, I still want to play some more of this, so those of you who are sticking with me in the chat, I hope you're up for another run. So let's get a restart. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Alright, so this is our crew. Let's roll. Go meet that distress beacon right away. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defense system has gone haywire, and their repair crew can't approach without being fired on. They're looking for help to disable it. Let's try to help them out. We can fire on it. You fire a few volleys from a distance. Though the defense system is no match for your weapons, however, the station does not seem happy with our solution. You salvage what you can and jump before they're in trouble. Well, I guess we helped them with their problem, but not really. Alright, so we tried to do a good deed there, but we didn't really help them out. Okay. When at first there seems to be a simple nebula, is actually filled with a good amount of debris from a brutal exchange between several ships. Wreckage drifts by your screens and tumbles into the depths of the nebula to be lost. It's hard to determine who the combatants were, but we can investigate or ignore it. Let's investigate. As you approach the wreckage, a Zoltan ship makes its arrival. It immediately mistakes you for one of the attackers and declares you as a hostile aggressor in violation of Zoltan space. They open fire. Alright, well, there'll be a source of scrap at the very least. And let's go power up our weapons to full. We don't need the med bay right now in case we need to bring the missiles in on this. We'll keep an extra power pip in reserve. Yes, and GG indeed. Run Forrester Gump. And I don't know if we need... We're taking quite a bit of damage here. Let's go repair the oxygen before things get too dire. And looks like we do need to bring the missiles to bear. And this has been a little rockier start than our last one. Ooh, the missile missed. That sucks. So missiles are consumable. We have a finite supply of missiles here. So I don't like using missiles when I don't have to. And I especially don't like it when the missiles miss. So that's 2 misses with our missiles there, and we are taking a whole bunch of hull damage. Anyways, we did take care of that Zoltan fighter. A bit of scrap, but we definitely depleted our missile reserves there. Let's go repair the ship before we jump to the next sector. It seems like we've got a fire in the ship that we were unaware of since our internal sensors were down. Let's just vent those compartments of air and hope that takes care of the fire without too much intervention on our part. Okay, I don't see any more systems being damaged, so let's go seal those doors off. Go and repair the internal sensors and a little more oxygen into the room there. Old Cremity probably needs some care in the med bay as well. And let's go repair those shields. Okay, everyone return to your stations and on to a new beacon. Your arrival is greeted by numerous computer alerts. The nearby automated rebel scout has used a local satellite to deploy a virus to disrupt your shield systems. Hopefully it won't cause further problems before you can destroy it. Oh yeah, they're hacking our shields. There we go, our shields. Hopefully we'll be able to take care of their weapons before they deal too much damage to us. Without shields to defend us, this could be a problem. Yeah. There's our engines damaged. Okay, I'm taking out their weapons. Let's go take out their shields so we're not here shooting them forever. Shields down. Should take care of them shortly. Excellent. Not very much scrap there though. We do have enough to buy some more ship systems. Could upgrade our engines slightly. And I think we'll also save up for some shield upgrades. We don't have enough scrap to make use of the store, so I'll just jump to a new beacon here. A ship with a conspicuous pirate marking is orbiting a nearby moon, broadcasting a simple message claiming to have equipment available for sale. Well, we can go and hail them. We have extensive stock, come aboard. We could dock, it's probably a trap, but they are actually selling something. However, we don't have enough scrap to buy anything. Ooh. Okay. That is not good. So not only did we not buy anything from them, but they damaged our ship quite badly here. Curse you pirates and your trickery. Repair the oxygen. And will not accept surrender after such terrible treachery. They also seem to be really good at targeting our oxygen here. Alright, we've got a lot of repairs to make here, and that encounter on the whole was pretty bad for us given how much damage we took on our ship here. Ooh, there's a huge fire in the sensor room. Alright, let's go and hit these doors. Oh no, oh no, oh no! That was the shortest run ever. Alright, well, that was fun. Also a disaster. On to game 3. Beacon number 1. Will this be a nice, easy encounter, full of free scrap? No, it was a complete dud. Upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings. For a small fee, they cleared the way. We can't even afford anything, and now we'll be fighting them. So again, for those of you who are just tuning in now, if you scroll to the beginning of my stream, I do announce that I'm going to be starting 2 regular Civ 5 streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The Tuesday will be a single-player deity playthrough, and the Thursday will be a multi-session multiplayer game with you guys. Whoever wants to play, send me an email, show up in my Steam chat. We're about to get started, and we'll play together for an hour and a half and resume on the following Thursday. Also, I hit 4,000 subscribers. For those of you who have tuned in to the beginning, sorry for repeating that, but I am fairly pleased that you guys are enjoying the Civ content that I'm putting out there. Okay, let's jump on to the next sector. We do have 22 scraps, and we're slowly on our way to improving the Kestrel here and fighting the rebel mothership. We discover a nearby planet speckled with settlements, although none respond to our hails. That's 2 encounters, but we got nothing. Waste of fuel, if you ask me. You spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. It does not seem to want to engage your ship. Well, it is a rebel ship. We do need goods. So let's go and attack it. Looks like they're trying to run. Let's go and shoot their shields and also go and shoot their piloting to prevent them from getting away. Okay, hopefully this missile hits, or else they actually will get away. Okay, so good, we've delayed their FTL there. Taking down their shields, and go and retarget to weapons. Ooh, and we've got some fires aboard. Let's go defend the air, because I don't really have the crew to be fighting that. And we do need to go and retarget. So they're piloting, prevent them from getting away. No, 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 they're gonna get away. Another encounter where we get nothing. No! Oh well, that's too bad. And we have a lot of ship to repair. That encounter could have gone better as well. Okay, power the oxygen back up. We do desperately need our oxygen levels back online, but we don't want to wait around here forever. Let's go and jump to the next beacon. An especially well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members, and the rest can go free. Well, I don't think we're going to be handing over any crew, and in fact, if we do beat these slavers, they'll offer us a slave in return, and the slave can work for us, or rather, the slave will be freed and will work willingly and happily as part of our crew. Yes, that's the story. And so if I do want to get that new crew member, I'd say that's definitely worth a missile. Oh, okay. Let's go and accept that offer, turn off the missile, and now we've got a new crew member. Nice little Engie here. Kirkner, can work the shields. Let's go and set that as his post. Jump to the next beacon. Surfaces, I don't think so. Ooh, but they do have drones. See how much damage this drone does to us. Slight tickle on our shields. Alright, we're not really taking much damage here. Let's just go and retarget to the shields so we can end this encounter more quickly. This drone is starting to deal damage to us here. At least the fire was started right where we can vent a compartment to space. And they are trying to jump away here. I could use a missile to try to stop them from getting away. Send a missile over at their engine room. Or we could just destroy them before we even need to fire a missile. Well, that's also very acceptable. I think I do want to upgrade these doors here. We can slow the spread of fire. But really, upgrading our shields and engines might be more of a priority. Especially since the door upgrade is more expensive in the Advanced Edition, and I can't actually afford it right now. A forward scouting rebel. And they're charging their weapons, trying to get away. Alright, so they're definitely not going to get away, but I don't know if we're going to get too much scrap off of them. FTL's charging again. That was a quick repair. Well, repair our internal sensors, or perhaps repairing piloting is more of a priority for us here. Alright, we took on that rebel scout ship, but not without taking a lot of damage on our hull. And you guys should probably go and heal up in case we have to fight off any intruders. Alright, back to your posts, everyone. You land a small shuttle in an enormous field whose only occupants are small, brightly colored, six-legged, horse-like animals. Could they be what your spans picked up? Well, let's try to communicate peacefully. They try to communicate in every way possible, but they just stand there, silently judging you with their... I think my stream just... Nope, we're back online, I think. Alright, so we got nothing from their expressionless eyes. Okay. Definitely don't have much more time since the exit is right here. Let's jump towards the exit as the rebel fleet approaches. Soon after arriving in the system, you are hailed by a small cruiser. What good fortune that we happen to run into each other. Nothing personal, but we have information that they need. Okay, good. Taking on their weapons. Go retarget to shields. Fortunately, this drone isn't doing too much damage to us. We could definitely use some more weapons here, so hopefully we'll be able to collect some more scrap, not have to spend it on repairing our hull, and get some better weapons to deal with all of these hostile encounters. We will not accept surrender, especially when we're about to beat them. Oh, this really hasn't been the best run here. Alright, we're up to 60 scrap, but we're gonna have to leave this sector here as the rebel fleet is about to catch up with us. We can trade missiles for drone parts. Since we don't have any drone systems, we're gonna go ahead and ignore that for now. I do have a greater need for missiles at the moment. Let's go and visit the NG. They're always good crew. We've arrived in NG space. The fall of the Federation has brought tough times to these robotic life forms, but they're usually willing to help. Well, let's see if we can help some of them out. A small civilian ship flies over as soon as you arrive. You're prepared to fight, but they inform you that they're out of FTL fuel and can't jump. So we can give them some fuel. I do have fuel to spare, and you usually are given things in return there. So we give them 2 fuel, and they give us 32 scrap in return. Yeah, that's a good deal. So let's go and upgrade our ship then. Well, do we have a store nearby? Because I might want to upgrade some weapons first. Although, with the amount of hull damage we've taken, perhaps we should be upgrading our shields. Well, let's go do one more encounter, visit the store, and then... well, let's answer this distress call. I can't resist a good distress call. Okay, another guy needs fuel. Well, now we're starting to fall into dangerous territory. We'll be down to 5 fuel, 32 scrap. That wasn't as good a deal as last time around. Alright, let's go visit this store after we swing by this encounter. We'll have to spend a bunch of scrap buying fuel anyways. Soon after arriving in the system, you're hailed by a small cruiser. What good fortune that we happen to run into each other. Nothing personal, but you have some information we need. Hey Christode, upgrade the doors. I could definitely upgrade some doors. I'm gonna go and drop by the store first and see if there's something better we can buy, but I do like the door upgrade. Alright, we've clearly bested them. They're willing to give us some missiles and some scrap. More missiles would be nice, but what I really want is fuel. So let's not accept that surrender, see if we can get some fuel off them. Or at least some more scrap. Okay, good. There goes the Pirate Scout. Ooh, we got an anti-combat drone and more scrap than they were offering initially. Alright, so if we can get a drone system, that might be useful, although drone parts are pretty pricey. Okay, we're definitely running low on fuel, so I'll definitely want to buy some fuel. Hacking stations. How much? Would only get 17 off of selling the combat drone. Stuns drones attacking your ship. That actually doesn't sound very useful. Alright, let's go and sell that. We could go and buy ourselves a flat cannon. We definitely want to buy all the fuel that they have for sale. We could fix some of our hull. And we'll save the rest just to get some generic ship upgrades. So we'll go and upgrade the doors as per Chris Toad's suggestion, and let's go and upgrade the engines, upgrade the shield as well. We will need some more energy for that, but in a pinch I can divert power from life support / oxygen to engines. Alright, an abandoned mining station, and we do get an anti-personnel drone and some free scrap without any damage to our ship. That's great. Another distress call, which I'm happy to answer. So Photech X asks if I'm playing Civ later. I'm going to be playing Civ on Tuesday and Thursday nights. But I'm not planning on playing Civ today. Alright, we arrive at a smoldering NG research station. The distress call has been unanswered, attacked by mantises. We can board. Boarding is generally a risky proposition. I find that I often lose crew here. Your away team reports a wounded NG and a functioning drone schematic. So we can save the NG. I'd rather have another crew member than another schematic. Oh no. One of our crew valiantly grabs the NG and throws it into the airlock right before the reactor blows. The automatic blast door slams shut. You have no choice but to mourn their sacrifice and move on. But we did get some scrap and a new crew, so it was sort of a wash. We do have an NG. I do like the NG. They do repair things more rapidly. So having him in the engine room is fine by me. Yeah, we'll just go and save those crew positions and jump to the next sector. There's the exit. Here's the store. We don't really have much scrap, but I don't really want to go to the exit just yet. Let's go visit the store beacon. Message arrives. Your scrap is ours. Blah blah blah. Trade time. Alright, so we could buy some more fuel. We do definitely need more fuel. They do have drone control, which would be useful since they do have some drones now. They don't have a lot of drone parts though. Ion intruder drone breaches through enemy hull and ionizes systems. Anti-combat drone, it shuts down drones attacking your ship. Okay, so that's not very exciting. Definitely go and buy some more fuel before we get into a stranded situation. And I guess we'll use the rest of our scrap to repair that. Okay, so for my Civ streaming, Tuesdays and Thursdays, that'll be on YouTube. I do have an account with Twitch, but it seems like things are a lot more seamless with YouTube, so all of my live streams, at least for the short term, will be with YouTube. Okay, so let's jump on to a new beacon here. Yes, rest in peace, Reinhardt, indeed. These poor crew, whenever I send them on a mission, I'd say it's a good, like, 70% chance that someone's gonna die an unfortunate death. Or a heroic death, in the case of Reinhardt. When you ask a nearby station for aid, a friendly programmer gives you schematics for a drone. Excellent, so if we can get ourselves a drone control system, we've got two fairly useful drones that at our disposal. So, excellent. We do have space to fly around a little more, or time. Fly around for a little longer before going for the exit. Let's head over this way. An NG ship in the vicinity, scenes armed to the teeth, transfer of goods, acceptable. So we could just accept their surrender, and I do need the scrap, so let's take the scrap. Excellent, thank you, NG. I suppose we could have gotten something good by telling them that we weren't actually shaking them down for ransom, but I did need the scrap, so if they were happy to give it to us, I was happy to accept. Hope it's not a bother, looking for an escort. I accept, and thanks for the fuel. Okay, on to the exit then. You've arrived in the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Looks like the beacon is home to a rebel checkpoint. They're stopping and searching any ship that passes through. Civilians are being harassed, and Federation members are being detained. The rebels haven't noticed us. Well, we can't have that. Let's go. Okay, so we can fend for ourselves, attack and escape, drive the rebels to the civilian ships. Well, I've never done the free the civilians option, so let's try that. It's just 12 scrap. One of the civilian ships contacts you and reveals they are Federation loyalists, and a rebel swoops in after intercepting that transmission. Alright, so let's go deal with these rebels, and then hopefully the Federation civilians will give us some nice rewards as well. And, I was going to say let's divert power from oxygen to push the weapon engines to full, but since we've got a hull breach, that's not really the best time to be playing with our oxygen levels, although we are still at 97%. Alright, oxygen down, oops, engines on, we're now at 25% evade, taking down their shields, retarget to weapons. Badly damaged. Alright, let's bring some missiles to bear as well. That does mean powering down engines. The offer surrender will not accept surrender from rebels. And ooh, this guy's not doing so well. And we do need our auction back online. Okay, some scrap, some fuel, some missiles. But I wanted to contact that... oh. Auction low, auction low. Oof, that was close. Alright, so unfortunately we didn't get anything from that civilian ship. Okay, everyone back to your stations. And we're good to go. We could wait for the oxygen to recover here. So that encounter could have gone a little better, but on to the next sector. We could go see the Mantis. I did upgrade the doors, so we'll hold off a little bit better against any Mantis boarding parties, but let's go to the Nebula first here. Alright. An empty beacon. Alright, well, we do need some more power, so let's go and buy some of that. Alright, let's go and chase these guys. The rebels give us the slip A. Alright, well, on to another event. We are starting to run low on fuel here. A pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Judging from the fact that it's attempting to void your ship, you assume that it's a smuggler trying to sway from beacons. Let's go and attack the pirate. We definitely need more scrap here, so I am not above attacking non-aggressors. Ooh, that was quite the missile strike. Alright, let's put some of our own missiles into the mix then. We do have 14 of them. I can spend a couple on this encounter. They are pirates. They might have some good loot. Ah, it was a complete miss. Alright, maybe this missile will have better luck. Okay, excellent. We're offering 2 fuel. I do need fuel. And some scrap. Plus a replacement for that missile that we fired. Since I do need fuel, fine, we'll accept their offer this time around. Pirate ship arrives after us. They try to hide. We'll attack these pirates as well. These guys have shields that are a little less strong. They've got an ion and a burst laser, which isn't really that scary. Let's go and reposition our weapons to target their shields. We can try to take them down a little faster here. Okay, so they're offering us a bribe / surrender offering. Some more fuel. I am happy for the fuel. Although I really do need to get some more scrap and get Kestrel upgraded for the final boss fight. The tangled wrecks of many ships wait in dormancy here. You see lights flicker on what looks like debris. A rebel scout bursts out of the wreckage. Those rebels, they're nothing but trouble. missile. Excellent. Good dodge there. Good job, Pilot Lombard and Engineer Sem. Oxygen jet damaged, but since their weapons are down, we don't have to worry about dodging. Let's send Sem over to repair the oxygen. Alright, so let's get some good scrap here. 31 scrap, not bad, and 3 fuel. Excellent. Alright, let's swing down this way. Another automated scout. Let's go and attack the ship to get to the station. It's cloaked. Well, let's target their cloak just so that we're not stuck here forever. And as they're probably about to cloak, I don't need anyone in shield, so repair those doors just in case it becomes relevant. Now that their cloak's down, we can take out their weapons. Hopefully we'll dodge this missile. Excellent. There go our weapons. Which isn't great. We're sitting ducks until we get that repaired. Nice, 25 scrap. And a station to investigate. It is useless. Alright, but we do have 113 scrap now. We could upgrade some more systems. We do need to save some to repair our hull, but let's go and upgrade the engines here. Now we're up to 32% evade. Okay, can't see anything. Empty encounter. If you go to the store, or let's pop by one more beacon before we go to the store. We can hopefully get some more scrap here. A Mantis ship. And we've got intruders, but where? Alright, let's vent the atmosphere here. And I will eventually need someone over to the med bay. Preferably not the NG. Okay, so they've temporarily disabled our oxygen. I think we do want to bring our missiles online as well. We don't have the power for that. Nope, we got this covered. Only got one more hull point left. Excellent. Alright, now do I have intruders aboard? Suppose we could check each room manually. No one's doing damage to any systems, we're probably fine. Although Cremity could use a little more first aid here. Alright, on to the store. Some brave entrepreneurs have set up a station here to extract elements from the nebula. They seem to be a public shipyard and rest stop here as well. Okay. We do want to fix some of our hull here. There's life form scanner at defense scrambler, advanced FTL navigation, cloaking, battery, mind control, and possibly some new crew. Well, None of this looks too exciting. I would like to get drone control or maybe some new weapons, but I don't really feel like investing in cloaking. Although cloaking plus drone control might be nice. Well, let's just go and repair a bunch of our hull for now. And we'll also go and buy some improvements for our ship. Put another point into our engines. And we don't have enough power to actually make use of that engine pip just yet. Let's go and head over this way to complete our quest. It appears there's an automated scout, and it's about to jump away. Oh man, and they've mind controlled one of our people here. Okay, so we've made their FTL. Let's go and take down the mind control before they get us again. And then go for the weapons. And we've taken a lot of hull damage. All that scrap we paid to repair that, it's already gone to nothing. Hopefully we get some nice rewards here. It could have been better, but it could have been worse as well. And let's go and charge that medbay up. Well, at least we're getting some experience on our repair skills. And our pilot's not doing so bad either. He's got 1 experience point there, which, if we fully charge our evasion, pushes us up to 39 with engines at maximum. I suppose we could go and buy another power pip here. There we go, 39% evade. And complete that quest. You escort the ship to the requested beacon. Much to your dismay, you were ambushed by a rebel ship. You walked right into their trap. Well, that doesn't sound good. Let's go vent that compartment. Ooh, there goes our internal sensors. Okay, good. We've taken down their shields. I will not be accepting the surrender. Got their weapons. Let's get the internal sensors back online since they do have a crew teleporter. Don't want any boarding party hiding on our ship and surprising us in the next jump. Okay, so we're looking good here. It's worrying that rebels have penetrated so deep into uncharted space, even with unmanned craft. Okay, so we have intruders aboard and weird mind control dudes. The mind control is of course something new in the Advanced Edition. Free expansion for everyone who has FTL. It looks like they just tried to beam something aboard, but luckily our shield stopped that. We've got a fire in the mid-bay. Let's go vent that. 30 scrap, excellent. Wait for that fire to go out. Seal the doors and repair the med bay. Alright, so that's it. Off to the exit. We want an uncharted nebula or an abandoned sector. We've had reasonable luck with the nebula encounters so far. Let's do another nebula then. A rock armored transport nearby looks to have lost its bearings, but when you hail them, they grow suspicious. Whatever life forms you are, we find you repugnant. We seek no aid. Leave now. Repugnant? How dare they? We were just trying to help. Alright, so the nebula has weakened a lot of our systems here. Running on very low power, including no shield. Let's go power those up. Zero oxygen. Ooh, that flak shot was pretty rough as well. Overall, we may have bitten off a little more than we can chew here. Especially with how effective they're being with that flak cannon. Alright, enough of that. Let's bring a missile to bear. Oh. Alright, well, on that note, that'll be the end of this live stream. Looks like I still have more FTL to play. It's compelling until I beat the game. It might not be a regular live stream kind of thing, since I don't know how popular it is with you guys, but I definitely enjoy playing it. It's a nice way to wind down on a nice Friday night here. Anyways, thanks to all of you who tuned in for my live stream, and thanks to my 4,000 subscribers. I'm very happy to reach this particular milestone. Anyways, do check out my stream this coming Sunday, where I'll be playing some game. Let me know if you have some suggestions as to what game. It'll be a game other than Civ 5 though. And then of course, Tuesday and Thursday, I'll be starting some ongoing Civ 5 streams. The Tuesday being the DD single player playthrough, and Thursday being the multi-session free-for-all games. So with that, thanks for stopping by. Primeval, signing off.